message and I was reading it. Sorry. My brother just sent me a message in Messenger. It just chopped up on the screen. What's happening? Who's here? Absolutely fucking no one. I'm talking to myself. Don't tell me TikTok lives have gone glitchy again. Is anyone here? No one's here. Hey, Snippy's here! Yay! There are some people. Oh, I need a cushion. Hang on. Hi, guys. Hi, Jamie Dean. Hi, you know what? I've really got to change this scarf. I can't read the comments with the scarf on because it's white and the comments are white. Hang on. I'm going to swap scarves. This doesn't match very well, but it will have to do because I'm cold. Hi, guys. Now I can read them. Hi, guys. Who's here? Jamie Dean, Brienne. She's Santini. What's that? She sat and why? I don't know how to say your name, darling. Hi, here, kitty. Queen Loz. Oh, thanks, darling. What's going on, guys? Button 1967 is here. Hey, Loz from Florida Hurricane. Oh, a Florida hurricane? Is there a hurricane going on? Holy shit. I don't watch the news, darling. I wouldn't have had a clue about that unless you told me. Oh, no notification from TikTok. Yeah, look, something's going on with TikTok at the moment. A lot of people weren't getting views and their follower count wasn't being counted and a whole lot of shit's going on. So I wouldn't rely on TikTok for notifications at the moment, guys. Just join the Facebook group so you know when I'm live. Hi, Loz. This past days, I've been waiting to go to the hair salon, but was waiting for more money. Yesterday, before bed, I said self-concept affirmations, how I always get what I want. Today, I wake up to a message from the hair salon for a free treatment on my hair, just what I wanted. Oh, lovely, darling. Hooray. Oh, a free treatment at a hair salon. Wowzers. Normally, they're so expensive. Good for you. I love that. TikTok was a mess yesterday. Yes, I heard. What is going on with my hair? My hair's a mess. My hair's more of a mess than TikTok is. Been seeing so many signs of birds land. I'm so stoked. Kind of emotional, though. Feeling like crying, lol. Oh, don't feel like crying. No, just be like, this is how motherfucking powerful I am. Look how much of in control I am with my reality. What's going on? I have to stalk you, laugh my ass off. What's going on? Hurricane Elsa. Oh. I honestly, guys, I haven't watched the news for 6 years. I wouldn't have a clue what's going on in the world. Honestly, it could have blown up for all I know, and I wouldn't know anything about it unless someone put it on Facebook or TikTok. Honestly. Hi, guys. Oh, it's Tenny. She's a Tenny. Oh, fuck, my dyslexia, honestly. Some of your usernames, guys, my dyslexia really kicks in, and I read the word completely wrong. Like, sometimes I'll be writing a word, and I start writing the end of the word before the beginning. Like, I'll write, like, encouragement, and I'll write mint. And then I'll think, hang on. My brain's ahead of itself. Just saw a post on Facebook. No notification. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, so annoying. Hi, Loz. I was just thinking about you and your live. Oh, Alan. Don't watch TV either yet. Guys, honestly, this TV just here has not been plugged into an aerial point since I moved in. I've been here almost a year. It doesn't plug into anything. There's no aerial. The aerial's all the way in the other room. And this TV, the aerial point doesn't even work. So even if I wanted to plug it in to watch live TV, I can't. So the aerial point died when we moved. It was so annoying. So glad to be here, friends. Oh, Jodie, how are you, darling, after I call? No matter the hurricane, I am here, Loz. True Floridian. Is that how you say it? Floridian? Yeah, you guys are used to hurricanes, aren't you? My dad sailed around the Caribbean, and he was going from somewhere. Oh, across the Pacific. He went from, like, Barbados or something to somewhere else. And I was freaking out because it was meant to take him 2 weeks, and 6 weeks later he was still, no, a couple of weeks later he was still gone and not in contact with us. And my brother was like, stop freaking out, he's all right. But all I could hear was hurricane, hurricane, hurricanes. And I was like, oh, shit. It was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago when it was really bad in the Caribbean. I was like, oh, God. I'm much better, Loz. Great day. Oh, good, Jodie. Good, darling. We have hurricane parties, lol. Hurricane parties? Holy shit. You must be really used to it then. I feel like I'm purging. It's like everything is either going wrong or extreme laugh my ass off. Is this the purge? Look, guys, sometimes shit does go wrong. Sometimes you've got to get to the bottom before you get to the top. It's just what happens sometimes in life, and other times it's nothing of the sort, and you're just reading into something bad that might be something really good, and it's a bridge of incidents to take you to the place that's better. Sometimes shit happens and you think, oh my God, why is this happening? But then later you'll realise, you'll be like, oh fuck, that's why that happened. That's led me here. Had that not happened. So don't beat yourself up about it if it's happening. The things that I'm manifesting have slowly started to happen once I improve my self-concept. Wonderful, Rebecca. Wonderful. Exactly, guys. Exactly. How do I affirm my abusive partner out of my life? He won't move out. Uphill battle. Are you the same person who asked me yesterday? You are. So, Mermaids girls, you're the one who was talking about you needed a legal battle to get them out. Is that so? You're trying to get them out rather than you moving out. Is it your home and you own it and you're trying to get them to move out? Just imagine that they're not there anymore. Imagine ringing up a friend and saying, oh my God, you won't believe it. They've finally fucking left. I came home and all their shit was gone and they were gone. Hallelujah. Like, imagine that. And loop that scene over and over and over in your mind, and your friend's reaction. Oh, what a relief. Oh my God, I thought he'd never leave. Oh, hallelujah, right? Praise the Lord, right? Honestly, start imagining that and imagine that over and go to sleep at night as if that's true. That scene has happened and you told your friend and you celebrated over the phone. Today I saw someone at work that looked like SP. I'm giving a good meaning. Good, darling. My self-concept has been kicking in. Oh, wonderful, Nancy. Because I'm always yelling at you. I'm glad it's kicking in. Since manifesting, I've had my first dream. Haven't dreamed in months. It was about an ex. Crazy. Oh, I had a really vivid dream a couple of weeks ago when I started those nighttime affirmations. When I woke up in the morning, I remembered it. But by the time I did the live, I couldn't remember what it was. It was a fucking weird dream. Why is it important to give something good meaning? Well, because your brain is listening. So if you're constantly negative and you're constantly thinking about the story of what you don't want rather than what you do want, you're gonna manifest what you don't want. If you give everything bad meaning, it's not going to be leading towards your manifestation, is it? If it's bad. Oh, God, that happened. That means this is never going to work out. Well, how's that going to help you? You need to imagining everything is working out. Everything is working in my favour. My life is perfect. That's your thought process you want to have whilst manifesting, not my life's fucked, everything's going to shit, it's the purge, oh my God, I'm in this transition period, when's this going to end, this is never ending, everything's gone to shit. How are you going to manifest doing that? You've got to imagine you've got it already. You've got to live in the end now. Thinking of the story you don't want won't create the story you do want. Got it? Yes, I'm happy working as a barista at Starbucks. Oh, lovely. I manifest him back, but I'm still irritated because he's not working, so we stopped talking. He's not working. You mean he's not got a job? Darling, look, you've got to work on that self-concept that allows you to be with someone who you become the breadwinner or the giver or the financial aid to another person. You can't tell someone to go and get a job. You've attracted in a person who's a fucking loser. Work on that self-concept that allows you to end up with a person like that and then see a different version of him that's employed and bringing in cash and helping you and giving to you and being a wonderful person. See that version of him. At the moment, you're seeing the shitty version, the unemployed loser version, and he's going to stay that way until you change it in your mind. Kimberly talks about the purge. What are your thoughts? Just what I said. It's sometimes the really old shit playing out, your old thoughts, but it also could be a bridge of incidents. You think it's looking like a purge and bad things, but it's actually leading you somewhere good. Loz, who is similar to your work, you can recommend having a one-on-one? I would say Kimberly. Manifesting with Kimberly. I don't know what she does in her calls, but her videos, you know, she says kind of similar stuff to me in terms of manifestation and working on self-concept. So I would talk to manifesting with Kimberly. Honestly, guys. Hi, Loz. Finally working on my childhood trauma. What would bring back... Oh, hang on. That would bring my SP back as well, right? Look, your childhood trauma is what caused them to go away. You were triggered in the 3D by things they did. Even if you didn't break up with them and they broke up with you, your thoughts created that situation where they decided to break up with you or you decided to break up with them. Either way, it was because of your thinking. And your thinking is caused by childhood trauma, which you need to fix. You need to investigate. Now, it's not something where like you have to be totally cured and never think of it again and never have bad thoughts again for them to manifest. It just means you're a work in progress. You're like Legoland and you just keep working on it. And then the thoughts change in your mind and you send them out and then they start thinking different thoughts about you. Good thoughts. Yes. Not the best day, but with self-concept. But I'm screaming in my mind, oh, good, Hallie. I have an exam tomorrow. Any affirmations for success? I pass my exam so easily. I'm an A-grade student. I retain all the information I study. Those things done. Hey, Save the Turtles. Kimberly's crazy book too now that we found her. Oh, is she? She's crazy book now too. Christ. Maybe the people who wanted to book with me also have gone over to her. That's really good. I hope they have. When Loz points to the other side of the face, it's so cute. I can't lol. I always do this. I always do this, don't I? People are like, what does this mean? When you're doing that, I'm like, it's the only side of my face without my fringe in my face. I always do that. Why am I doing it, Les? Why? What are your thoughts on talking about old story during therapy? Look, guys, some therapists want you to rehash the past over and fucking over, and you'll sit there, and it depends on what kind of therapy you're doing. If it's CBT, you'll just sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there, and they'll write notes. And how do you feel about that? And they won't really unpack it too much with you, okay? It's just kind of regurgitating. I would rather you did like schema therapy or EMDR, something that actually gets rid of it. However, if you're in CBT, which is normal, very common therapy, and they are rehashing it, go ahead and do that. But then as soon as you leave the therapist's office, start stepping in the state of the news story. Okay, that may have happened before, but I'm now a news story. Then when you go back, like trick your mind. I'm talking about it now. Trick your mind. Oh, but I'm living in the news story. Doesn't matter that I just said all that. That's old story. You've got to really talk to yourself like that. Okay? Or you could also talk to your therapist about talking about your hopeful future and affirming, and not talking so much about the past if you don't want to. You can actually discuss it with them, and a lot of therapists are very on board with me teaching affirmations, and when people go to the therapist and say what we're doing, they go, oh my God, that's what I want you to do. I just didn't think of it. My therapist is so happy about my affirmations. Yeah, I swear I manifested her. She's my girl. Yes, see, you've got to have someone who's akin to this. If you've got someone who just wants to sit there and delve and then write notes and go, how do you feel about that? That's not normally a very helpful therapist. Everyone around me is getting engaged. It's a birds for land, baby. Yes, marriage is next. Yes, darling, love that. Marriage is my new story. Love it. Save the turtles. Loz, there are a bunch of schemers that teach a lot of assumption, but not really. I know, darling. I know. There's a lot of them on TikTok. I was planning for CBT therapy, but they want you to cope with the loss and everything. Cope with the loss? Look, guys, you have coping mechanisms already to cope with loss. What you're trying to do is undo those. The coping mechanisms is what fucks your life up. Avoidance and medicating yourself and retaliating and being, all the things that everyone does to cope is what's not helping you. It's the uncoping that helps. Loz, I really need help with grieving a recent loss. Any help? Oh, darling, that's no good. So look, darling, have a big cry it all out. Don't feel bad about being sad. When someone dies, darling, you're going to be sad. You're going to be grieving, and there's nothing wrong with that, and get it all out. The other thing I want you to think is that nothing is created nor destroyed and that they're still here. You just can't see them. I know that's really hard for some people to get their head around, but it's really true. Sorry, I've got a snoring dog next to me. It's kind of ruining the moment. But you know what I mean? If you can really step into that they're still here, talk to them, write them a letter, tell them how you're feeling every day, if it helps you. Okay? I'm screaming in my mind today. Oh, Hallie. Thank God I found a TikTok. Oh, good, Nancy. How can one stop negative visualizations? I realized today that's my biggest issue when manifesting. Okay, so when you're doing that, I want you to try and visualize a new story instead, the story you do want. If your visualizations, if your mind pictures are quite strong, try and, if you're really good at visualizing the bad shit, try and now visualize the good shit instead, the story of what you do want. Have some scenes. Maybe a congratulatory scene where someone's shaking a hand and giving you a high five, or you're chucking a party because you got the job, or it's your celebration of your engagement, or it's some end scene, living in the end with you and your partner, okay? Concentrate on those more, and also affirm in those moments, darling. Just shake your head out of the visualization. You can affirm instead. How can I remind myself to do self-concept more? Fuck knows, darling. Put a reminder on your phone. Guys, you're going to have to be self-sufficient here. It's like going to university from school. At school, they're like, have you got your pencils? Have you got a pen? Where's your school bag? Have you got your workbook? We're going to leave them in the classroom because I can't trust you to bring them to school. Then you get to uni and they're like, every man for himself. If you can't remember the workbook, well, you're fucked. If you don't have a pen, well, see you later. Guys, put a reminder on your phone or something. You're going to have to do this yourself. What are your thoughts on ask-formations? Why does money come to me so easily? Yes, you can use why does money come to me so easily? Is everyone giving me so much attention now? Do it if it works for you guys. Still affirming for SP, and you guys are obsessed with me, but annoying, lol, affirming him to calm down. Molly, it's what I said to Sarah yesterday in the live. When you're used to being treated like crap by your old SP, and guys not giving you enough attention. The guys who are super keen because your self-concept's on point seem annoying. Give the fucker a chance. That's how it's meant to feel, Molly. Them loving on you and giving you attention and being obsessed with you is how it's meant to be, Molly. Lap it up. The fact that you don't like it is telling me that you need to still work on that self-concept. The amount of you who are getting second SPs, who are loving you and doting on you and getting obsessed with you, and then you're turning around and saying to me, oh my God, it's too much, makes me realise how shit the last person must have been towards you. How little attention they gave you, how you had to chase them, how you had to be the pursuer, how you were in masculine energy. And now this guy is, and you can't stand it because it feels so fucking unfamiliar to get so much goddamn love. Well, Molly, deal with it. It's how it's meant to feel, darling. Meghan Markle yourself up. You're right. Yes, I know I'm right because it keeps happening. The amount of girls on here that keep going, oh my God, I can't cope. Oh my God, I feel like running away. Work on that self-concept. That's why you're feeling that way, because you're just not used to it. It's very unfamiliar. You're used to guys ghosting you and leaving you and chasing them and texting them first. Hey, Loz, what's your opinion on manifesting in steps? Yes, you can do that, guys. Absolutely. Since our call, SP said, you think you're too much, but everyone you meet falls in love with you. Oh, wow. Did he? Were you bringing it up, or he just came out and said those words about the too much? That's crazy. That's two now. I've said it to you. That's so funny. Does your advice change or work for guys too? Yes, I've got lots of guy one-to-one calls, darling. I've had heaps of guys. It's exactly the same advice, except maybe queen energy advice. I would teach something slightly different for king energy, but it's kind of the same, which is putting yourself up on a pedestal. It's exactly the same advice for guys, really. Can I change my appearance with manifestation? I don't want to be insecure anymore. Yes, darling, you can, but I want you to work on your self-concept and not care about how you look. Lizzo yourself up and think, I am the shit. The fact that you want to change it is not going to fix your insecurities. There's a famous book called Psycho-Cybernetics written by a plastic surgeon called Maxwell Maltz. And he operated on a lot of different people and gave them life-changing surgeries, plastic surgeries. And a lot of people, when they look different, they didn't feel different. The looking different doesn't change your mind, darling. It just changes the outside. Why don't you change your mind instead? And affirm for your self-concept. And you can affirm for your appearance too, but it's not going to change what you think about you. It's not going to change your insecurities. Trust me. Kim's YouTube kept going offline for some reason today. Oh, really? YouTube Live kept going offline. Well, bloody all these TikToks are going wrong too, so who knows what's going on. It's a glitch in the matrix with the internet, maybe. And they didn't see the change. What's this, Lester? Are you talking about Psycho-Cybernetics? Yep, they couldn't even see the change in the mirror. I know that's true for me, because when I have had my operations, I couldn't see the difference. So that's why I got the book. I was like, I really need to read this book. So I shouldn't focus on SP not having a job, just focus more on myself. Yes, Crystal, but you need to figure out why you've attracted somebody who's literally, what's this? Kimberly is charging $250, but she's not having much followers. Oh. Manifest and Kimberly's charging $250? Is she? So I shouldn't focus on SP not having a job, just focus more on myself. Darling, what I'm saying is you need to focus on what is within you that maybe is an overgiver or a people pleaser or allows you to attract in someone who actually siphons money off you or allows you to be the breadwinner. Why are you doing that? Why are you putting up with that? That's your self-concept. He will change when you start seeing him differently as employed and not a loser. But if you see him as a loser and see yourself as the breadwinner, the giver, the overgiver, and he's the taker, it'll stay like that. Got it? But I'm still happy I got a nose job, yes. Look, guys, it can help you, absolutely. But sometimes it doesn't. And that's the danger. They're those people who go, on botched and they've had 10,000 operations, look like a Barbie doll. Those people need to be going to a shrink instead. Kim charges $100 for an hour. Trust me, I know. Oh, okay. Well, what's he talking about? Maybe he means Kim Belez. Loz, what do you think of the saying, give them the same energy they're giving you? It's not about energy, guys. I don't believe in energy. It's the thinking. What are you thinking? You can do energy and give them a certain energy, but when I say queen energy, I think what are the thoughts you're thinking about yourself to get yourself into queen energy? Okay? If you want to play them at their own game and, manipulate them, that's manipulation. That's some dating thing. Like, they're giving me heaps, they're coming towards me, so I'll come towards them in an equal amount. I don't believe in that stuff. I know energy is real, darling, but everything's fucking energy. My bottle's energy. What are you talking about? Anyone who talks about energy just loses me because everything's energy. Otherwise, we'd all be dead. When I was younger, my fertility issues made me settle for someone who ended up being emotionally abusive. Oh, darling. Is that what it was? Why would fertility issues, that's just made you feel broken and not good enough, and then you've chosen someone who you think you need to settle with because you don't feel good in yourself, darling. You need to work on that self-concept stat. It's so true. Whenever I feel like a queen, good things always happen. Yes. I found it helpful to say, my mind accepted that. Oh, that's lovely, Hallie. My mind's accepted that. I've decided. That's really good, Hallie. I love it. Exactly. So how do you advise us then keep the affirmations going? So how do you advise us then just keep affirmations going? Yes, guys, it's new thinking. It's new thinking. I don't want you to think of it as an activity. I want you to realize it's replacing your old thinking. To do it on the spot at the moment that you think the old thoughts, you replace them with the new thoughts, which is the affirmation. That's all affirming is. It's not a thing to do. It's an activity. Do we have to revise, or can we just go to the end desire instead of revising situations? You don't have to revise, guys. Revision isn't necessary. A lot of people can't revise. A lot of people find it very difficult. Just go to the end and hurt no one. Thoughts on wishing SP happy birthday, or ignore the 3D and focus on the end. Look, guys, birthdays are really difficult when you've got an SP. I never know what advice to give on this because it's different for everyone. All I would say is if you do want to contact them, come from a place of they're going to love to hear from me and they're going to be thrilled that I'm texting them or calling them. And you're going to have a great outcome, okay? Because my self-concept was in the toilet. Now I'm paying for it and trying to dig myself out of it. Darling, don't say you're paying for it. No one should be paying for the bad self-concept, okay? I want you to work on the self-concept more and more. And as you do, it will change. Oh, he's talking about Shannon, not Kimberly. Shannon's $250. Oh, okay. Who is this person keeps writing to me? Hang on, I'm going up. Things with SP have been great. How do I affirm he asked me out on a proper date? Oh, Mary, lovely. Just imagine you had the date. Imagine telling your friends about it. Oh, my God, we had the most beautiful day. You took me to this place. It was so lovely. Imagine that. Or imagine what you want the date to look like and you and he are sitting there looking out at the ocean or whatever it is you want it to be like. I did that once with my SP and I wanted him to take me out on my birthday and I just imagined us sitting looking at the sunset and that's exactly what happened. Even though he said he wasn't able to see me that night because of his child. And I was just like, And I just didn't say anything. And then I just imagined it and imagined it and imagined it and imagined it. And then he was like, oh, you won't believe it. I can do something on your birthday. I was like, oh, how about that? And then he took me to exactly what I kind of had imagined. Loz, what's this? What book other than Psycho-Cybernetics do you recommend for childhood self-concept stuff? I don't know. I really haven't read a lot. It's mostly from my own therapy, from Schema Therapy. I would read into Schema Therapy by Jeffrey Young. SCHEMA. Schema Therapy. That's what I've looked into more than anything. There's not really a book on it. Loz, I struggle so much with self-concept. Stop saying you struggle with it, darling. Just start working on it and then it will get easier. Just affirm and affirm and affirm your self-concept and it will get easier. Trust me. Oh, thanks, Ashley, for the roses. Affirm with emotion and repetition. No, you don't have to affirm with emotion, darling. I don't know who you've been listening to. You've been listening to a fuckwit. Yes, repetition, but you can't force emotion. Emotion just comes after a thought. Great, if you have the emotion, great, but you can't force it and you can't conjure it. Anyone who's telling you to do that is a complete and utter moron who doesn't understand how their mind works. You first have to have a thought. Rejected a guy and you're still chasing me. Oh, Nancy. What are some affirmations for trust issues? I trust people I love. I trust the people I love with my heart. I can trust them with my heart. I can trust them with my fears. They will listen to me and understand me whenever I speak to them. They will never judge me, things like that. Do we have to... Oh, hang on, I'm going down. Yes, self-concept. And change your thinking to what you want every moment you think about it day and night. Yes, Will! See, every moment you think of something bad, you think of the new thing, the new thing, the new thing, the new thing, day and night, just like Will said. Absolutely. My birthday is next month. I'm affirming I had the best birthday with him. Wonderful, darling. Do that. SP said, no one understands him like I do as a friend, wants me to be sure there is nothing else. Well, stop thinking that, darling. You're friend zoning yourself, okay? So just say in your mind, yeah, no one does know him like me, and he has feelings about me more and more every day that he can't understand. He's horny as fuck about me. He's masturbating furiously about me. He loves me as way more than the friend. I'm not the friend. I'm the girlfriend. I'm going to affirm that SP takes me to a concert. Oh, lovely. How to stay positive when it comes to love. Darling, got to work on a shitty self-concept that causes you to not have positive thoughts about love. What happened to you in your childhood? Either you've got bad thoughts about love regarding love relationships due to the relationships you witnessed, like your parents, or it's to do with your actual self-concept that you grew up with and formed by the age of 7 about yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable. No one wants me. People don't pay me attention, etc. That's what makes you feel not positive about love, because you feel that way about yourself and you feel you won't get the love you need. Therefore, you need to work on your self-concept every single time. It's my birthday yesterday. Oh, happy birthday, Shell. But didn't hear from SP. Oh, kind of don't care. But after the other news I shared, oh, Shell. He's just showing up as the old him, okay? He's really the old him right now. Might take a little while to catch up, but happy birthday, darling. Dylan said the relationship you have with SP is just an external relationship you have with yourself. Yeah, it's just a reflection of yourself. They're reflecting your thoughts about you, your thoughts about them, and your thoughts about love and relationships. Absolutely. I've been doing so much self-concept. I love it. I do it every morning and night. Wonderful, darling. Well, I did see one that's like 3 parts, and I've missed it. Hang on, I'm just going to scroll up, guys. Hang on, where is it? Visualizing first person versus third person. I would do first person, guys. It's what you would see with your eyeballs if it was really happening. My sister loves the book you recommended to her. Oh, good, darling. Hooray. I'm scrolling up. Oh, hang on. What's this? Part 2, Nataji. Hang on. Wait. I'm going to part 1. Guy I met on flight about a month ago that I posted about in the group. Yes, part 2. We only spent one evening together and he's already talking about moving to my state to be closer. Oh, it's the wrong SP. Oh, darling, sometimes the wrong SP ends up being the right SP. Give him a chance. This is happening a lot, guys, in the group. Every second success story is, fuck old SP, better one has come along. Trust me. It happens, and when it happens, it'll blow your mind because they're repeating everything you wanted from the other SP and treating you the way you wanted the other SP to treat you, and then you start to forget about the old one. Trust me. Give him a chance, Energy, honestly, especially if he's really into you. Get used to that feeling. It's a good feeling. It's how it's meant to feel. It's how it's meant to be, guys. You're meant to be up on the pedestal. You're meant to be being admired. You're meant to be being loved. They're meant to be obsessed with you. It's how it's meant to be. You guys aren't just, you just aren't used to it, some of you. Get used to that feeling. It's a great feeling. Got it? But I want old SP back. Well then, okay, but give the other guy a chance. No shit. The other guy will still come back. Trust me. Especially when there's someone else in the picture. It makes them jealous. Trust me. I got a job offer with decent pay. How can I affirm them offering more? Just to start saying I get offered more than more than everyone else, or I get offered exactly the amount of pay I want, or I get paid exactly what I want to be paid. Okay, start saying those things. What's Lester saying? My place is super cozy. I just made a meditation closet. Yes, Jodie showed me her meditation closet. She's got this closet with cushions and it's so cool. Love it. I need a meditation closet. Although if I move to a smaller house, I won't have enough room for a meditation closet. How can I manifest to include me more in his life and introduce me to his friends? Okay, he loves to show me off. He loves to show me off as his girl. I've met all his friends and family. He loves to show me off. Say those things, darling. Okay, he always spends so much time with me. He's always around me. He needs to be with me. He loves being in my presence. Okay, say those things. What's the difference between doubting and not needing to believe affirmations? Well, that's a really good question. Okay, so doubt is more like I doubt any of this works. That manifestation doesn't work. That my subconscious mind has no influence over my 3D reality. That doesn't work. That's doubt. Believing what you're actually saying specifically is what you don't need to necessarily do of your own volition because it's not something you can control. Okay? So you can't control believing you're thin when you look in the mirror and you look fat. Your mind will still tell you you're fat. Your old thoughts will tell you you're fat. And the mirror will tell you you still look fat. Okay? So that's very hard to believe in that moment. And it will take a while for the thought to sink in, I'm wonderfully thin, I'm so wonderfully thin, I'm so thin, right, to then form a belief. The neural pathway that forms in your brain to become a belief is something totally beyond your control. So if anyone tells you you have to believe the affirmation, they're an idiot because they don't understand how it takes a process for it to turn into a belief. It's not something you can control. I'm a little nervous. He's flying in tomorrow to visit. Oh, Nataji, love it. Guys, embrace the second SP. Trust me. Sometimes they're the better ones. Because there's no old story. And they treat you like a queen from the start. And there's nothing you need to fix. Got it? How can I cleanse my heart chakra? Oh, fucking hell. I don't believe in any of that crap, darling. What's chakras got to do with your subconscious mind? Absolutely fucking nothing. You've got the wrong channel, darling. I don't have a salt lamp behind me, do I? By accident? Darling, I don't believe in that shit. Meditation closet. Yes! Love it. I think you are fantastic. Oh, thank you, Kat. Hello. Oh, no, it's the one. We can invite Loz. Oh, we can invite Loz via Zoom call. Yes! Into your meditation closet. Yes. My SKP came back, but he's still confused whether he wants to be with me. Fuck that, darling. That's your old thinking. You're putting your thoughts into his mind, and they're probably old thoughts you had before, so don't worry about what he's saying. Just think, he's back and he loves me. He's back because he loves me. He wants to treat me like a queen. He wants me to show me off to all his friends. I am his girl, and he's got no choice in the fucking matter. Okay. I heard you once say you don't like Joe Dispenza. Why is this? I don't know much about him. I don't know that much about him either, but what I've seen him in, I do not fucking like, because he talks in gobbledygook, riddle, manifestation speak, and he doesn't speak fucking English, and he could say what he wants to say more succinctly if he wanted to, but he does it on purpose to make himself sound smart. And I don't like it. I don't like people who talk like that. Speak English, man. Stop talking in riddles about vibration and energy and shit, and actually speak properly, because it makes me think that he's actually not that intelligent. He's a chiropractor, guys. Just remember. Just remind yourself of that every time you listen to him. Hang on, I'm scrolling up. I missed things. I missed something Will said. Yes, you can manifest health for someone else, darling. Absolutely. I don't believe in subliminals. No, I can't hear them. Retraining your mind. Yes, that's what we're doing, guys. Don't give your power away, honeys. Yes, love that, darling. Just love your attitude. Oh, thanks, Carissa. I imagine spending time with my SP and mostly doing self-concept affirmations. Good, darling. Good, darling. Do that. I need a Loz merch that says, stop talking gobbledygook. Yes, that's a good one. I was talking to Nahal today about the website, about how we're going to set it up now. I've had some new thoughts about things. And I was like, maybe I'll leave the merch for a while. She goes, no, you have to do the merch now. I was like, okay. I was going to put it on the back burner, but I'll get in trouble by all of you. Like Abraham Hicks, yeah, talking gobbledygook. Oh, she talks in all kinds of gobbledygook. And then she looks at her audience like they're idiots when they don't understand. Don't you get it? And they're all like confused as fuck. And they're all looking at each other like, well, I don't want to think I don't understand it because I don't want to look stupid. I'll just come back to the next conference and listen again. Maybe if I listen, I'll understand it. No, you won't, because she talks in riddles on purpose. So you come back to the next conference and buy the next fucking book. Yes, merch. Okay. Yes, she speaks in riddles on purpose. Dispenza series on Gia. What is that, Gia? Gaia. How do you say that? It's very informative. I'm super science geek, though. Oh, okay. He's talking about science. All right. He still loses me, though. Yes, we need merch now. Okay. Yes. Okay, guys. Affirmations for codependency issues. Start working on your self-concept, darling. It's got actually, there's no such thing as really a codependency issue. It's literally called, I have some kind of abandonment issue or defectiveness issue where I feel you're going to leave and I can't do things by myself. Either you're going to think people are going to leave and cling on to them, or you actually anticipate that, or you feel not good enough in yourself and then you feel you need them too because you can't exist without them. So it's probably one of four things. Either you feel not good enough, you never got the love you need when you were a child and you're emotionally deprived, and therefore when love comes along, you need them. You weren't given independence as a child and being able to do things by yourself, so you aren't self-sufficient and you need other people, or you've got abandonment issues because someone left when you were a child, okay? So it's one of those four things. Or you're abused and therefore you feel codependent because you need the person, okay? Whatever the issue is, it's the same thing, which is you need to start working on your self-concept, okay? I am loved. I am so motherfucking lovable. No one would dare to leave me. I'm too special to lose. I can do things completely on my own or with someone else. I don't need anything to cope with life. I don't need anyone to help me. Things like that. I've got to go, guys. I've got so much shit to do. Loz, do you ever get burnt out from doing TikTok lives? You're so natural and good at this. Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, look, sometimes I do run out of puff sometimes and feel like, oh, God, do I have to do one today because I'm really tired? They're the days where I just don't come on. You'll know that they're the days I don't come on because I'm just like, I'm too exhausted because I've done too many calls or whatever. But I enjoy doing them, guys, honestly. If there's a day that I don't enjoy them, I'll stop. What about being bullied and abused in childhood? Will it be included in your course? Absolutely. And what I'm going to have is deep diving into certain issues. Once you do the self-concept and you really understand working on your self-concept and your particular issue, then you will go down the rabbit hole of, okay, then there's another course for abuse specifically. Okay? And in that course, I will discuss what happens once you've had abuse and then how to work on that and what affirmations to use and how to what specifically that looks like in relationships, etc. Okay? We need merch that says, ta-da, you created that. Yes. Affirmations to make Loz do 1 billion lives a day, lol. Oh, God, Les, Jesus. Do we persist and dominantly think about what we desire so it has no choice but to manifest? Exactly, darling. Exactly what you said. Persist and dominantly think about what we desire so it has no choice but to manifest. That's exactly right. Perfect. What a perfect thing to end on, darling. That's perfect. Write that on your wall so you remember it every day. All right, guys, I got to go. Thanks so much for joining me. If you don't follow me, I go live twice daily. I'll be live later, which will be morning time UK, night time Australia. And you can watch all these lives back in the Facebook group called Subconscious Laws. The link's in my bio or just look it up on Facebook. All these lives are saved in there. This one won't be saved today, but soon. I've just added 2 more today. I've got over 202 lives from TikTok in there, and I go live every Friday on Facebook. So tomorrow I'll be live on Facebook, and the Facebook lives are in there too. Plus there's a Q&A forum if you want to ask questions, and we've got a 21-day affirmation challenge, nighttime affirmation challenge going on at the moment. Come and join us. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching me, and I'll see you soon. Love you, bye.